here. I love my little intro music. Gives me a little bit of a boogie as I'm preparing to do the voiceovers. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to my little channel. Today I am sharing with you something that's popped me out of my comfort zone. I love the idea of art journaling and mixed media, and you know, I always get so inspired by gorgeous mixed media artists like Lisa Oxley and all those girls, and I so wish that I could create like they do and make beautiful, beautiful art journals. But unfortunately, I'm still in the learning phase of that journey. But something came over me the other day, and out of the blue, I just grabbed my art journal. I grabbed a whole bunch of products that I wanted to play with, and I just went for it. And to tell you the truth, the results actually surprised me, and I've ended up really loving this piece in my art journal. So I thought I would share the video with you. I haven't posted a video for a few weeks. Life's been pretty crazy. I've been a busy mum, working hard, and to be honest, at the end of the day, I had nothing left in my tank. But tonight I thought I would sit here and do some video editing, do the voiceover. I've got a nice cup of tea here, so I'm in my element. The kids are asleep, the house is quiet, it's lovely. So I thought I'd begin, and I'll just talk you through, you know, my process and what I was thinking at the time. I recently took advantage of the Scrap and Clearly 40% off store-wide sale, and I picked up some of these Heidi Swap stationery collection liners, they're called. I had no idea what they were. They just look pretty, and I actually couldn't even work out what it was all about, and I honestly didn't even know how many pieces I would get in the kit, but I was pleasantly surprised when I opened the box to find these cute little envelope liners. And so I think the idea is that if you've got an everyday envelope, you can just insert it in, so when people open their letter, they get to see this beautiful patterned paper in there that just makes the experience all the more lovely. So in each set there's 4. So it's actually really good value when I thought I was only getting 1, and I didn't even know what I was getting. So it was really good value. So I thought I would use a couple of them to help me build my background of this art journal piece. So I've just used some Mod Podge there and adhered those 2 envelope liners down, and I've got this cut file that I have a fear. I'm trying to think of whose cut file that was. I think it's Rona Designs. I think it's Rona Farah. It was really intricate, so I had to sort of block it out a little bit in sections because I thought my silhouette would probably jump off the desk and punch me in the face because of the tiny intricate little pieces. So I had to modify it a little bit in the Silhouette Studio software just to get it the way I liked it. But you know, how stunning is that? And then the other thing is I'm really having a bit of fun lately backing cut files, but it's really time consuming, and I struggle with time at the moment. So I wanted to try backing the cut files with watercolour to see if I can get an effect that I was happy with. So that's what you can see me there doing now. I'm just playing with the watercolour. I'm trying to position where the flower is and the leaves are, where the cut file will sit to get a better, you know, just to see if I can get that same effect from backing the cut files in cardstock. And I think, you know, I think it's working out really well, especially if you're wanting that little bit of a mixed media feel incorporated into your scrapbooking. So it's been lovely playing around there and just sort of letting loose, and if it didn't work out, it's in your art journal. You just flip over the page and keep going with something else. So, it's sort of risk-free, creative time, these beautiful art journals. So then, as you can see, I just did some splatters around there and I'm just drying off as I go. And I really didn't know what I was doing. So as you can see, my process is a little bit mixed up. While I'm drying off, I'm thinking, oh, what else could I do? I really didn't have a plan for this piece. I just wanted to go with it and just have some fun. And if it worked out, it did, and if it didn't, didn't. So with the stripes in the envelope liner there, I thought, why not I whack some block stripes there to sort of, put a bit of a contrast but still blend the two sides together and see how it would turn out. I don't know any rules of design or anything like that. I just go with what feels good, and if it looks good in the end, we're on a win. So that's where I was at. So then here I was just checking, okay, well, what am I going to do with this cut file now? And yes, you've just seen it, the black gesso. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was freaking out at this point. And I was like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? What am I putting black on this gorgeous page for? And I've just spent all this time putting this beautiful colour on. But I really wanted that cut file to pop off the page, and I was really wanting to play with backing cut files in things other than paper. So out came the black gesso. I had this bright idea while I'm painting black stuff everywhere that I'm going to do a bit of journaling and, maybe incorporate some of that black in somewhere else. To be honest, even watching me do it as I'm doing the voiceover for this is kind of freaking me out. But I am glad that I was brave. See, here I am. You don't even know where I am right at the moment. I think I'm in the corner rocking and taking deep breaths. But I thought, okay, maybe I was washing my brushes. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to go for it, and I was really in that kind of mood, and I just wanted to see if I could not play it safe and something still turn out. And I guess that's what this art journaling and mixed media is all about. I don't know. I'd love to know what you think. Do you ever do anything crazy? Well, I don't know, some people might not think this is crazy, but do you ever do anything you think is crazy, and what would that be? And, I actually want you, whatever your crazy thing is, just to go and do it. And you can tell me in the comments, because I want to laugh too. So share your story, share your craziness, share your living on the wild side in mixed media land, and I want to hear your story. So anyway, so here I am, just putting some adhesive on. This is just the Glossy Accents, which is, I don't think it's designed to be an adhesive, but it's got that beautiful little fine tip on there, and it sticks really well. So for all my intricate sticking, I tend to use that Glossy Accents stuff. All this stuff that I'm using is available for purchase in the Scrap and Clearly online store. Kylie has a humongous range of mixed media products. So if this is something that really interests you, definitely check out scrapandclearly.com.au and you will be in heaven. When I pop this cut file down, it's adhered down, I thought I really need to block out that centre, because I really wanted to pop that cut file off the page, or kind of make it an entity of its own. And then I wanted to put a title on there. So I needed to sort of block it out so that if I popped the title on, it wasn't going to get lost in the background that I'd created. So I found this washi tape, which is really cute. It's got lots of little tiny triangles all over it, and that worked really well. So I incorporated that in the middle, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't alone. So I just put a couple little pieces, elsewhere on the page. This is Whip Spackle, also available in the Scrap and Clearly store. It is a lovely form of texture paste, but it's so fluffy and you just kind of want to eat it. You want to kind of whop it onto your cupcake. I think about food a lot. So you'll probably find lots of food related comments if you end up following me on my YouTube channel. But Whipped spackle definitely has the feel and texture of a really great frosting on top of a cupcake. And it's really easy to use and spread, and it's really gives you a nice coverage. You can also colour it. So in the past I've sprayed some Heidi Swap Colour Shine in there and given a bit of a mix up, and it tints it and it looks lovely. So I highly recommend trying that as a form of texture paste, and give it a go. So here I am playing with a couple of little cut file titles I've cut out with my Cameo, and that Adorable was just the right size. And you know, I thought the layout that the project that I was making was actually quite adorable, and it was turning out better than I thought, so I was just going with it. So here I go with the watercolours, and I just wanted to make a bit of an see if I could make a bit of an ombre effect with the cut file by just sort of painting the bottom half and trying to fade it up. Now, it was really interesting. It worked really well, but then in the end, I think it all just dried the same colour, even though I applied more of the colour to the lowest point in that Adorable sign. So it ended up not having an ombre effect. Still looked fabulous, but it wasn't quite the effect I've got. So then I popped it down. I really thought I need to sort of blend out a little bit more to give a bit of a contrast from the washi tape into the cut file, and that's where I just picked up a little bit more elements of the green and just blended that washi tape, that section from the washi tape onto the white cut file there, and sort of that kind of bordered the title to sort of make you draw to it again. So I'm just using some Mod Podge there. Mod Podge is really good. It's a sealer and glue in one, so you can just apply it on and then, you know, use your finger to go over it, and it will give a shine to the top of your a title there. So this is where I think I'm going to use a white pen. It's going to look fabulous on the black gesso. Tone that black gesso down for me. And then my white pen didn't work. And I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? That's what I was thinking. What am I going to do with all this black area? And that's when I thought, I'm going to have to end this video, go to Officeworks and buy a white pen that works. So I actually painted a scrap piece of paper, and I went down to Officeworks and picked up 2 fabulous white pens. And you will see at the end when I photographed the project that I have done the white journaling, and it looks great, and I love my new white pens, and yeah, and it was good. The other pen got chucked. So I've just used some white Liquitex ink, which is fabulous. It really stands out and pops off the page, and that's what you want with your white ink, to really help blend that black down. So I've just popped on that, and I've just did some flicks with some black Indian ink there, which is really good. I thought I'd just add a couple of little strips of titles to blend in some meaning with that Adorable, and those Tim Holtz tiny words did the trick, and that's really the layout. So I hope you've loved it. I hope you've had a giggle over my process. I'm in no way an expert in art journaling, but I really hope that my layouts inspired you to create in your art journal. So give it a like, subscribe if you are inspired, and I'll catch you guys again soon for the next one. Bye.